Hi everyone, a few minutes late, but Jennifer with One Crafty Sister here for your Monday Night Live. How are you guys doing? It is Monday, January 4th. And I will just let you know that I had to go back to work today at my day job after being off for 2 whole weeks, and it was painful. Okay, so I don't want to hear it from anybody. But it's one of the perks of working for the public school district. I love that I get 2 weeks off at Christmas. Oh, Karen Cobb. Hello, Karen. You're lucky I was late, so you're here on time. So hi, Kat. Thank you very much. Welcome to Monday Night Live. As the video kind of catches up in everyone's Facebook feed, I am going to share it to my group real quick, like I always do. So give me 1 second while I do that. Let's see here. Hope you guys are doing good. It's starting to get cold again outside. Cold for Florida people. You know, we freak out about the simplest things. But my husband was like, it's cold in here. And he turned on the heater just a few minutes ago. Come say hi and join the fun over here. Typing. Okay. Shared. All right. So, welcome to Monday night's Facebook Live. I'm so happy to see you guys here tonight and just to share that, man, it's an exciting time. So exciting time. So, tomorrow starts Sale-a-Bration. It is like the best time of the year, my favorite time of the year. And now, like I've been sharing with you this year, we get it 2 times because we'll have it again in July. But where we used to have it January through March, it's only going to be January through February. So I'm going to be featuring 1 or 2 of the products every Monday night on my Facebook Live, so you can see them and see how they work and see kind of some things that go well together and decide which ones you have to have. So all of the options in our Sale-a-Bration catalog and in our January to June mini catalog will go live tomorrow for us, or if you want to stay up really late, I think like midnight Mountain Time, which would be 2 a.m. Eastern Time, I think. But in the morning when you wake up, it will be live. And so lots of fun things are going to be in there. And tonight I want to share 2 products with you. But before I even get to that, today there's a deadline for one thing today. So I just wanted to share with you guys here that if you're interested in participating in my paper share or ribbon share or the I Want It All share, today is the last day to register for that because I'll be placing the order for that in the morning. So, you know, in every new catalog, here's the mini catalog, there are always gorgeous papers and ribbons. And if you're anything like me, I always want them all, but we can't always afford to get them all. So this is a great way to get a little sampling. You'll get a 6x6 sheets of all the designer series paper and specialty papers, as well as a couple yards of each of the pretty ribbons in here. So you can, like I said, get either the paper share, the ribbon share, or the I Want It All share. Beatrice, you want it all. Okay, sweetie. We'll put you down for you want it all. When you do the I Want It All, you're also going to get combined shipping, so you get a little bit of a discount there, and then also you will also get a gift from me. So, and let me tell you, there are some gorgeous dang ribbons and papers in here. Tonight I'm going to share one of the papers that you can earn for free starting tomorrow, which is called the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. And I'm going to switch my camera down so I can show it to you. So this is the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, and it is full of blues and pinks and some greens. I'm just going to show you all these pretty prints. So you've got florals on one side and some more monochromatic on the back side. Maybe still, maybe still some florals, but not so colorful. Okay. Some really cool big polka dots, kind of watercolor dots. And then let me get the last one out here so I can show you all these pretty papers. These are just so pretty. Oh, I just knocked a stamp set down on the ground. And then last but not least, so let's see if I can get them all in the screen for you. So I think that is all of them. Are those not some pretty papers? Some that could be used for more masculine style cards, some that would be fun for baby cards or birthday cards. Of the ones that you can see, which one is your favorite? I love, let's see, I'm kind of partial to this dark one. I like this. But you know, I kind of like the back side of the dark one. This green here, these leaves. But all the flowers are so cute and so pretty. And so we're gonna make a couple cards featuring a couple of the prints that I like on here. And so yeah, these are what we're gonna work with. So you can earn this pack of beautiful papers for free during Sale-a-Bration with any $50 order. Okay, so that is the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. So if you want to make a note for your wish list, that is number 155222. So that's the one you want to put on your wish list because you are going to want it. You are going to want it. Okay. The other thing, yeah, Karen, I like the pink flowery one, but I do love them all. The stamp set I'm going to feature tonight is the Heal Your Heart stamp set. This is another Sale-a-Bration item that you can get for free with any $50 order. And I really love this because, first of all, I love the fonts. And second, I just love the sentiments on here. So just take a look for a second so you can see how awesome these sentiments are. I shared with you guys the other night this card that I had made, a sympathy card, wishing I could heal your heart, sorry for your loss. I had a team member that recently tragically lost her husband, and I made this card specially for her. Hers already went out in the mail. But yeah, so it's perfect for those tough moments when you need to say those words when there really aren't any words. This thank you is gorgeous, and I like this. We're in this together. I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. I love that. So we are going to make a couple cards tonight. So let's get crafting. I'm going to pull a couple things out here. These are the pieces I'm going to use on our first card. I'm going to use that green print. See, it's on the back side of that pretty navy blue print that I really, really like. But we're going to use this side. And then we're going to use some of my favorite layering die cuts, the Stitch So Sweetly dies. We're going to use that. Some of that DSP as well. We're also going to do a little bit of embossing on this piece. So something else kind of exciting that goes live tomorrow is this little baby boss. This is the mini cut and emboss machine, or the Baby Boss. And it is so cute and petite and tiny and perfect for some of our 3-inch embossing folders. And so I wanted to show you how easy it works. This is going to be available starting tomorrow, and it will be $60 US. And you need this, like, especially, so who is this good for? This is good for people who just have to have it all. Hello, if you're like me, I just need to have it all. And those who love anything that's miniature, but also if you like to travel, this is going to give you the ability to cut a lot of your die cuts, a lot of your main basic shapes you're going to be able to cut on this small platform. It's just really convenient that way. But you can also use our 3-inch by 6-inch embossing folders. And so we're going to use one of the Greenery sets today. And I actually think that I am going to use this one because I just think this looks pretty. So I'm going to use this Greenery embossing folder, and we're going to emboss this little guy here. So we are going to need, this is the base plate. Actually, I have to look and remember because we have new ones. All right. So you're going to use the number 3, which is the embossing folder. We're going to put our embossing folder in, and then we're going to cover it up with one of the clear acrylic plates. And then we are going to, that is not going to work. I don't have, oh, I still got to have my bottom piece in here, I think. Nope. I'm still learning, guys. See, anyone can do this. All right, let's see. I don't know what I have wrong. That, and that. 1 and 3. I have 1 and 3. No, I don't. I have 1 and 3. Okay. I think I have it now. I do. You should never do something the first time on a live that you haven't done already ahead of time. All right. So now I just embossed this piece of crumb cake. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. All right. We are going to set this out of the way. Look how cute it just closes up. Goes away to the side. I have my card base here, and I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half and give it a good burnish with my bone folder. Okay. And then we have our couple pieces here that are going to go like this. All right, I'm just looking at how I'm going to lay out my card. All right, now this piece I'm going to adhere flat down on my card. So I'm adding this with my Stamp and Seal. You can use that or your Seal Plus or some liquid glue. And this is just adding a nice kind of tone-on-tone textured layer, but you see that? Look how pretty that is with the embossing on it. We are going to need a stamp here. So I'm going to stamp with some Old Olive, and I am going to use from our stamp set, I think, nope, I want to use this, we're in this together. Yes, that's what I'm going to use. So let me put that on its block. Okay. Ink that up. Let me just do a little test here. have a little scrap. I just want to see. Okay. Sometimes I just like to do a test. I don't have grid paper up here today, so. All right, so there is my sentiment for the front of the card. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually reinforce this. So one of our products that you may not be so familiar with is our foam adhesive sheets. And one of the things that I love about this is it really gives you an opportunity to create like a nice solid base to something. If you want something that is supported more than what dimensionals can support, you can take and use this as a way to give like a nice base on something. So I'm going to grab my bigger scissors here, and I am just going to kind of eye where I want to cut this. Now, this is a nice big piece, but the reason why I'm doing this is because I want this well supported, and I also am going to wrap ribbon around this. So having a really big support on this will help me wrap my ribbon. Oh, I just stuck it to the wrong side, guys. Let's see if I can get it off. Quick! Oh my goodness. Wow. I got it off without destroying my piece of paper. Look at that. So another reason why you need some of this. Look how good that was. Okay. So a couple different reasons you might want to use these. You might want to use them if you're a demonstrator to help your customers that might have arthritic hands or problems with their hands and have trouble picking the little pieces off the dimensionals, you know, the paper and stuff off the dimensionals. That might be a benefit to them to have something that isn't so difficult to do. Another reason you want these is because they are great for detailed dies and for your alphabet dies, to cut and have a good solid foam surface. We made a card at my card club this weekend that had 2021, and we did it with the foam behind the 2021, and it just made it pop on the card. So that's another reason. Another reason is if you do memory keeping, this would be great to solidly pop up a photo on your page if you want to really make it stand up and stand out. So there's lots of reasons why you need these on your list. So I'm going to give you this number for you to add to your wish list. Again, 152815. These are the foam adhesive sheets, and they are becoming one of my favorite things to use for lots of different reasons. Those and our adhesive sheets. So now I'm going to take and wrap some twine around this, wanting to do 3 wraps. And I'm going to tie a bow over to the side here. I love our linen thread. It's like, oh, I got a little too short on that side. It's like a staple that you should always have in your supplies. I actually have mine right here in my little turnabout with all my supplies so that it's always easy to grab and write at hand. Okay. So I have my bow. I'll leave those long just for a minute. I purposely tied it on here because now I'm just going to kind of tear this off like that. I wanted to be able to stick it right like that so it stays in place. I'm going to add this right to the center. Oops, am I upside down? I'm upside down. You guys were going to let me stick it on in the wrong direction. Okay, so there is that. Actually going to slide this in underneath here because I want it in the bottom. Oh, look, I ran out. Luckily, I have my Seal Plus right at hand. I'm just going to pick up that. Okay, there is that. And I am going to put, I just have some mini dimensionals handy. I would normally use my full-size ones, but I have a lot of these right now open already, so I'm like, I need to use these boogers up. So I'll use these tonight. All right, and I added a bow, but I'm not going to add any other bling. We're going to kind of keep it soft and subtle. Right there. But I am going to do one other thing to it because I've been doing this technique all weekend long and on several cards, and I am going to pull out my grid paper really quick because I am going to fleck my card with my Stampin' Write marker. So let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. So if you have never flecked your cards, this is an excellent way to add some detail to your card without adding extra bulk that's going to cost postage. And with it's cost you like nothing. It's just a marker. So what you're going to do is remember your Stampin' Write markers have a fine tip and they have a brush tip. Okay, and so this is the brush tip. All right, and just in case you weren't aware, because I didn't know this for so long, there are two lines on the markers. One is tiny and one is fat. The tiny line indicates that that's the side where your fine tip point is, and the fatter line is where your brush tip is. So in case you didn't know that, these lines help you know which end of your marker is there. So what I do is I take my cap, this is my old olive marker, I take my cap and I actually push the tip against the cap so that it actually flings out from it. So what happens when you do that is you're going to get these little fine, you see here, these little sprinkles of ink all over your card. And you can do as much or as little as you want. So what you have is just a really subtle way to add some more detail to your card. And then you are done with that card. I am going to add a little piece on the inside and add the sentiment on the inside. So I'm going to add this. It says, I can't always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. So we're going to add that to the inside. And I have this strip and I actually think that I want to like put it underneath. So I'm going to stamp this first. Let me kind of zoom back out a little bit. Okay. Get this out of the way now that I'm done flecking my project. Okay. So I have my sentiment there. And then I'm going to add some adhesive. And I just want to put it, oops, I went off the edge. I just want to put it just underneath. Like so. And I'm going to just snip it off like that. So sometimes you don't need to do a whole bunch on the inside. So I can't promise to fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. So there is my first card featuring the Paper Blooms DSP. Not as florally and as feminine as you might have expected, right? But that's what's great about this paper is you can do all kind of different things with it. So there is card 1. Should we move on to card number 2? I have a second card to share with you tonight. And we are going to start with a base of Petal Pink. So let's go ahead and fold that. Give it a good burnish. I have a couple layers here, so I'm going to use this cute piece of paper with the little white flowers on it. And I am going to first add some ribbon to this piece. I want to put a bow or a knot or something. So I have this piece of paper that I have embossed with the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. This is another one of my favorites and I reach for it often. So if you don't have this one, that's a good one that you're going to want to get on your next order, Tasteful Textiles. It is just so subtle and you can use it for so many good things. So let's see here. I'm going to do a cheater knot. I'm going to show you guys how to do a cheater knot. So I must have taken all my other glue dots into the other room. I am going to add, where is my, come around here. Now I know it was here, my Take Your Pick tool. I must have picked it up. No, there it is. I knew it was here. Okay. I'm going to use the little spatula here on the end of my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to pick up one of these glue dots. These are just one of my leftover kit glue dots or paper pumpkin glue dots. I'm going to add it to here and I'm going to cut enough to span actually this way. This part of my card. So I need a glue dot on each end. And this is a good way if you don't like to tie bows or you don't feel comfortable with getting your bow in the right place on your card, you can do this style of a knot on your card. So we're going to start off with just putting this ribbon in place. This is the ribbon, it comes from the Flowers for Every Season combo pack that has these 3, let me grab the other one to show you. It has these 3 really pretty ribbons in them. Okay. And this is the white one, which I really love. It does tie beautiful bows, but I'm going to show you how to make an easy peasy knot. So we're going to take and add this to our card base. just going to go down here. And then what we're going to do is kind of put our top layer together, because I want to put my top layer on before I put my little knot. So I've got the piece of Designer Series paper. Look, did I really just run out of this too? Holy moly, that's 2 things in one live video. Lucky for me, I have an old snail here. Let's see if we can run out of this too. See how many things I can run out of on one Facebook Live. So I'm going to put this on a piece of Petal Pink. So this is just a 3 by 4 piece of Petal Pink, and or I'm sorry, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 Petal Pink, and the DSP is 3 by 4. Okay, and so this is going to go on our card base. Actually, yep, that down like so. I love how all of these lines are just so crisp in the contrast. So you've got the Petal Pink and the Seaside Spray, and then the Petal Pink again and this Night of Navy. And we are going to do our sentiment on this die, which comes from the Tasteful Touches, I think is what it's called, die cuts. And I'm going to do this thank you. So we're going to add this because I really like this font. It's so pretty. I'm going to stamp this in Night of Navy on here. I think it will fit on here. We're going to see. It will. Oh, that's so pretty, that font. I love it. When I showed my husband this stamp set, he's like, I can't read that stuff. He's like, this stuff needs to be bigger, and this I can't read. And I'm like, babe, but it's so pretty. Anyway, men, right? Men. So I'm going to put this one on with some dimensionals. I have those minis here that I'm trying to use up. And then I got a couple more steps and we'll have our card done. Making a mess over here. Okay, so this we're going to put right in the middle. And I'm going to add, this is a little flower that I punched with our mini bloom punch. So I'm going to add this, and I'm going to put something in the center in just a second. But I'm just going to put that right there, and I'll come back to do the finishing work. So this is how I'm going to show you. Should have done it before I glued this layer down. But I'm going to shove this ribbon underneath. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do something different. We are going to do something different. We're going to use this twine because I have it out and it's pretty and it matches. So we are going to take, I think I'm going to do a double. We don't need a whole lot. So even if you're doing this with twine or ribbon, you're going to kind of do the same thing. So I've cut a length. And we're going to feed it under and through. It's just a little tight because I already attached this. We're going to lift that layer up to get underneath the ribbon. So, and then I'm just going to tie a knot. Nothing fancy, just a knot. Just to add a little something there. Trim off those ends. Uh-oh. And then we need some bling on it. And I am feeling like it needs some rhinestones since we've got those silver pieces on there. Take your pick tool. I'm going to add one right in the middle there, and then I'm going to take some of these little ones. Let's see. And sprinkle them so that they just catch the light on this card. Oops. Stick. All right, I think that's what I want to do. All right, so now you have some little bling that just catch your eye on that card. And so there is a thank you card. So here are our 2 cards tonight for using that Paper Blooms DSP. So you could take these same layouts and do so many different cards just using this beautiful paper. You could totally put a whole piece of DSP layer on the back here, just so many different things. So that is our 2 cards for tonight. So let me share a couple other things with you. So these stamps and paper are ones that you can get tomorrow. If you are a demonstrator, you could have been getting them all month long in December because we were able to earn them early. So this Sale-a-Bration special starts tomorrow. And there, I can't even show you the inside yet, but just know that there are some awesome things in here, and you've probably seen lots of them shared online. So there are 3 ways to earn freebies and good things during the month of January and February. So number 1 is, as a customer, is to shop. And so when you shop and you spend at least $50, you could pick one of the level 1 items out of the catalog. I'll be emailing these links out in the morning to the PDF of these catalogs, but they'll also be available on my website at onecraftysister.com starting tomorrow morning. You'll be able to see them there as well. So you'll be able to select any of the items for any $50 order, and there are 2 products that you can get for a $100 order, and one of them is this gorgeous Berry Blessing stamp set and coordinating berry paper. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I can't wait till the day when I feature this on Monday Live. So that's your option 1, is to shop. Option 2 is to host a party. Either as a demonstrator, you can be your own host, or as a customer, you can be your own host, or you can have some friends that get together to do a catalog party or a Facebook party. I'm happy to work with you on what works best for you guys. And when you host, you can earn not only free Stampin' Up! Product, but there's also an exclusive stamp set that you can get for free that's called Punch Party. And the Punch Party stamp, you can see it right there on the cover of the catalog here. That stamp set coordinates with several of our punches in our current line, and some of them that are in the new mini catalog. So that's number 2, is you can host and be a hostess. And number 3 is you can join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator. And you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but you can still get a good deal. So I wanted to show you what a starter kit might look like. So for our regular special is for $99, no shipping plus tax. You get $125 of free product. And I don't know if you guys have seen the cover of the mini catalog. This suite here is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Okay, this is the Fine Art Floral Suite, and I wanted to show you that if you pick a suite that you love and you're a customer and you're like, man, I want all that, but I don't want to pay that much, enter the starter kit. It is the best bundle of all. So in this bin here, in this box, I have everything that you could get for $99 plus tax. Okay, so you could get the art gallery stamp set. Let me set this aside. You could get the art gallery stamp set along with the, I haven't even used this yet. It's still brand new, with these gorgeous floral dies. One just went flying somewhere. So you could get that bundle there. Okay. You could also get the gorgeous fine art ribbon, which is this pretty gold ribbon. Let's open it really quick so you can see just how pretty it is. Open. Please open. There we go. So this ribbon is such a pretty ribbon. It is so, it's really soft and thin, much thinner than it looks, and it has those little pieces of gold in there. You could also get the really fun gold leafing. This stuff I'm not even going to open because it goes everywhere, but you can do amazing things with this, along with the heat and stick powder, which you need to use with this. It's one of the tools you can use with that. You can also get the really cool embossing folder that coordinates with this. It looks like paint or plaster. Add to that the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. You want to talk about beautiful paper? This is hands down probably one of the prettiest papers that we have ever had. I mean, seriously, the artwork on these are hand painted images that have been photographed. So just so gorgeous. So add that to your starter kit. All those things. But you're not done yet. You still get to shop. Okay, you're still shopping. You can add this gorgeous gold. This is called the Golden Garden Designer Specialty Acetate. So it's acetate with gold design on it. So you added that to your starter kit. And then you're going to add a pair of snips. Now you get to customize this any way you want, but you're going to add a pair of snips. And then you're going to add some glue dots and dimensionals because everyone needs those kind of things. So that is one hefty suite of products. Let's say you don't need these because you already have these. Well, then you can add a pack of cardstock to be able to make your cards, okay? So many different things you could do for $125, but you get to pay only $99 plus tax, free shipping. And then after that, you get a perpetual discount. You always earn at least 20% off on your demonstrator orders, and then you still get to double dip and get those Sale-a-Bration freebies. So if that's something that you're ever interested in, I would love to tell you more about it. So it is the best bundle in the catalog, and during Sale-a-Bration is one of the best times to give it a test run. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we have going on right now. Some stamping, some freebies, some specials, and some awesome times that are coming up. Don't forget that tonight is the last night to register for my product shares. I'll drop the link in the description of the video as soon as we're done here. And look for all the new stuff that's going to launch tomorrow, an email tomorrow with all the links that you need to get access to the online store and the new catalog PDFs. So I hope you guys have a great night. Oh, last thing, this week's special, if you guys place an order with me this week, where'd my cards go? Besides my normal, which is you, when you place a $40 order, you're going to get a PDF of 15 projects, tutorials with pictures and step-by-step directions. You're also going to get, during Sale-a-Bration, your freebie with a $50 order. But I'm going to send you a kit a kit to make the cards from tonight. So any orders between now and Sunday will also get a kit to make these 2 cards. You'll just have to add your stamps, but I'll send you all the paper and ribbon to make those. So that is this week's special for my customers, who I appreciate so very much. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week to feature another product from the Sale-a-Bration catalog. So go Sale-a-Bration! Make sure you're looking at your email and checking out all those Sale-a-Bration goodies tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next Monday. Good night.